there we go. Wow, I lost. That was also a lot. I just totally lost where the microphone was, and I was like, how do I turn this on? I also need to turn on captions, because that's a thing that should exist on here. Start. There we go. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Clay. Hello, Eva. Hello, hello. How's everybody doing this fine Sunday evening? I hope everyone's doing good. I removed the miniature away because I needed to preface this before she was just all up in everybody's business. I'm going to be painting the second Kingdom Death model that I'm submitting for the pinup contest. I don't know why I'm talking away from this. There we go. But I am finishing. I'm going to start her. She is a bit bare. So we'll see how this goes. But it's okay. We're going to do fine. Yeah, so I'm going to be painting that up. And we'll see how it goes. I'm going to start with her skin because that's always the best place to go. She's actually I think she's a really cool looking model. She is, sits on like this little throne. Let's actually put her on there. She sits on this like throne of like bones, which is really cool. So yeah, I'm gonna be painting her up. The idea is to make her look as bloody as possible. Because is it really truly Kingdom Death if it's not like a slightly smexy model that doesn't look also horrific? So we're gonna do that. But yeah, I think I'm going to be painting her for the most part. I will wait on doing the base, mostly because I still don't know what I want to do for the base just yet. But we'll see. Maybe I'll start on it. I think the big things I'm trying to figure out are like the wing portions right here. Figuring that out, and then the fur. But I think it'll all come together because the idea here is that she is going to be... she's going to have this giant... let me get her situated a little bit better. It's gonna be the sword is gonna be red, just like entirely like sort of red metallic, because I've decided that what she's sitting on must be a pile of people in which she's killed at some point, and like if someone has, done that to so many people. Then a red sword really fits because then you don't have to clean the sword all the time. So, anyways, I'm gonna be working on her, and we'll see how it goes. So, yeah, super hardcore. I just want her to look as unsettling as possible because I'm just kind of like, this is pretty intense model. So let's make it more intense. So what I am going to do, because I am still learning skin tones. I think we're gonna start with the beige red here as my base and kind of work it in there. See what happens there. Well, no, I do want to start with this red. Okay, never mind. Black red is what I'm going to start with. So kind of similar to the way in which I painted the Twilight Knight here. Kind of similar to the way that I painted him. He started out with that black red and then slowly built it up. So I'll be using a very same sort of skin color scheme, but I want her to be a lot like lighter, like fairer skin tone. Just given the fact that I feel like it would look really like a good stark contrast. So, all right, let's get paint. Also really nice about this is I won't have to paint her entire body. I can leave like the back of this basically unpainted because she'll just be sitting in that. So, and why paint something that no one's gonna see when it's sitting? How is it going? Oh, it's going good. How are you, Clay? Not much has happened since we last saw you. Actually got somewhat of a day today off. I had a scheduled game today to record, and it just wasn't happening. The internet said no. So that was really nice. How was your day? Did you have to work today? I don't know why that's splitting. Oh no. Oh, that sucks. What book was it? And what about it disappointed you? Were you expecting more? Was it poorly written? Thank you for cleaning. Eating Clark. Oh, you had today off? Oh, very nice. I feel like I need to turn down the music. It's a little loud on my end. Oh my goodness. The history of wild places. There we go. Interesting. That sounds like it would be good, like a good book. Like the title alone intrigues me. Writing was terrible. Trying too hard to be flowery, but failing. Pacing was awful. Way too slow at the beginning. Finally picked up in the latter pages. And the ending twist ruined the magical realism for me. Oh. Well, that is incredibly disappointing. I wish authors would just recognize that sometimes you don't have to have like flowery writing. Like I will just read what you have as it is. If you write well enough to evoke the scene, you're good. You don't have to be so intense about it. Okay, she's coming off of this. I can't. Fine. Why is this blocking so bad? It's time for a walk. I usually love flowery language too. Yeah, I mean, it's good when it's good, but if this person doesn't know how to do it, then it's just the worst. You know what I mean? Alright, that is good there. Need a palette cleanser. Oh, what's on your to read list that you could probably read something? Oh, back is killing me. Scoot up closer to this. I think for her, I'm gonna go, oops, a little bit more intense on the highlighting here. A smaller brush. This only is gonna go take me so far. Where is my good? This one back here. This one. Gotcha. Almond, which I've heard good things about, and a Psalm for the Wild Bill. Well, Evelyn just read that, so she can tell you whether or not that'd be a really good palette cleanser right now. Right, Eva, you read that recently? I feel like you read it recently. Ah, yeah, that's right. It was gonna be. It's a duology, I think. I've been meaning to get around to it and read it myself. Mostly because I love Becky Chambers' work. Beautiful. my thoughts as often about I feel about novellas. I wanted more out of it. I did love the premise though. A very cozy, hopeful feel. One of my favorite authors. I love that she writes hopeful sci-fi. She has an ability to like evoke just like this like optimism that I feel like is so severely lacking in a lot of sci-fi. And that is just a beautiful thing. Because I feel like we need more of that and when everything around us is just so negative all the time. Oh. Like reading A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet just felt like a very big hug in like the best way. I just felt very comfortable immediately and was like, oh, I can trust that nothing horrendous is about to happen here. And like that, yeah, we should think that maybe us finding life out there, like they're out to get us, more like we can eventually coexist in this space together. Which, like, there's still conflict and stuff like that. Oof, that is very watery. And solar punk, yes. Solar. Incredibly nervous to see how the skin turns out for her because I feel like the male pinup model is one thing because I truly love like exaggerated body types on miniatures sometimes because like it's easier to be able to well with male miniatures at the very least like more mask presenting miniatures it is a lot easier to create like a some definition, but I feel like when it comes to more like there's like very little, there's like not as much like definition going on this one, that it's going to be a little bit harder to like blend everything and make it look not all like one, make it look like one sort of like, I guess one, like, what am I trying to say? Like, it's all just the same color, I suppose, and, like, I want definition in it. So, like, she has a little crease where she's, like, sort of sitting a bit in this that looks like a place where I should probably keep it a little bit darker. And I'm just, like, everywhere else, struggling. So we'll see how, I'm really incredibly nervous for this one. We'll see. I'm excited, though. I'm going to try some OSL, object source lighting, on her because she has these two lanterns, and I think once she's fully painted, getting some airbrush going on that, it's gonna look really cool. Also hyped for your new pod. Oh yes, I'm really excited for it. I finally decided today to just sort of be like, nope, go for it. And I've gotten a lot of people who have reached out and said that they've wanted to be a part of it, so that's really awesome. And I'm going to start talking with those people and getting schedules sort of sorted out. I just really wanted to do something that felt like a little bit more like I was using. Like, I feel like what I'm always thinking about, especially when it comes to like streaming and like that sort of thing, is like I always just want to look for ways in which to use my platform for something other than like helping myself, I suppose, and like being able to give a space for other people, because there are so many awesome people in this hobby and I want to hear what everyone has to say and, you know, why they got into the hobby and that sort of thing. So especially those who don't get their voices heard very often. So I'm excited as well. So this should be good. I feel like I've had quite a number of people reach out to me that I'm like, oh, I think maybe we should film these all in the span of like maybe a couple of months and then just slowly release them when I can. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how busy people's lives are. And if I'll have to record a few in one sitting or something. But it should be good. I got a lot of work to do with that, but I'm excited. Grade B should work. I don't know why it isn't. That's frustrating. Been doing a lot of other things. Just try treat, actually. See if that works. There we go. Nom nom noms. Big knobs. We have two lovely little pets that you can just feed. Potentially overfeed. Stream pets. Stream pets for the win. I'm gonna need to seriously go back over her legs. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. Does anybody have anything exciting coming up this week? Everyone feeling that it's August already. I truly am just sitting here like, how is it August already? I'm trying to think what I have going on this week. I have no idea. I think I have a very quiet upcoming week, which is good. I think I purposely made it that way. I'm in need of a little bit of a break, so Eva and I are gonna go somewhere. We'll see where we go. But we might go take a little vacation somewhere for just a couple days and see where that takes us. Would be really nice to go do that. So. She sits on this. What does that look like? Okay. Whoa. Trying to remember what this looks like. take her out of the screen for a second. This feels really weird. Okay. But yeah, so that's what's going on with me and my week, which is really exciting. Not much else though. We're just gonna paint back here. Paint that. Colic. What else needs to be? Sorry, I really didn't want her to be all weirdly situated. That would have been very awkward to watch me paint. Also thinking that because this upcoming week, I'm debating if this upcoming week, I think maybe it is a good like break time, and maybe I'll just not stream this upcoming week. I was kind of thinking not streaming this upcoming week. We'll see, because there's a couple of things that I could probably do instead of streaming. Let's see what happens there. Accomplish. So there are the potentials that there will be no streams this upcoming week. We'll kind of see how I feel tomorrow morning when I come up with my stream schedule, or tonight after stream. We'll see. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's definitely gonna need some work, but I think I'm getting there. Oh, I completely forgot about the face. How did I forget the face? Oh, and she has skin down here too. Okay. Exposed skin down here too. Girl. Oh, she has it all around here. Oh shoot. Okay. You know, you'd think after all this time of this model being on my desk for so long, I would actually figure out what needs to be painted on her or not. Like what's what. Guess that's not true. Think so. The idea is that I'll probably go all the way up to this light flesh here, light flesh tone, I want her to be pretty pale. I want it to be like a pretty intense contrast. But I think doing that, and then adding in some purple, just to give it some like color to it almost. Her skin, just give it some more extra color, I think might look good too. It kind of just in like areas like on her face where it would look nice, so. I'm actually glad to be painting her. So. Oh. I need to look something. Space for Dance! Hello! Hey! How are you doing? Thank you! I'm working slowly but surely on her skin. I am very much only at the beginning of what I want to do with this, so, but thank you, I appreciate it. How you doing? Long time no see. Hope you're doing alright. But it's nice to have you around. Even if you're coming to the lurk, no worries. But if you aren't, hello, hello. Okay, that's a little too watery. Whoa. Thank you for the follow. Hey, Bright and Bookish. Hello, hello. Look at all these wonderful people joining in. Let me look at the chat. I'm doing well. I'm on vacation with the family. First time back home to Montana in almost 10 years. That's been quite a gap right there. But that's awesome. That's amazing. Good for you. What am I painting tonight? Oh yeah, let me show you. Let me put her all together. Kingdom Death Miniatures, they do some pinups, they do some really awesome boudoir horror miniatures. I am painting up one of the pinups. She is a painter scale pinup from Kingdom Death for their pinup competition that they are doing that ends end of the month, actually. So I really needed to start working on her. So I was like, this is happening tonight. I just need to get it on the table, start to paint it. So that is what I'm painting. She is the painter scale death armor pinup. She is very intensely scary. And my plan is to make her look very as horrific as possible as I can. So, but yeah, hello, how are you? How's it been going for you, Bright and Bookish? An awesome mini. Been good. The hubby and I just got back from Philly. Ooh, very nice. How was Philly? Did you guys go up there for just a little vacation trip, visiting family? Or you do not have to tell me, I realize it's a little bit too personal. Never been to Philly. I would love to go at some point. Has a belly button down there that I totally just painted over. We will eventually get that back. It was a weekend trip. Hubby wanted to visit the baseball park so he can cross another one off his list. Oh, heck yeah. That's awesome. It's a good reason to go. Baseball is always a good reason to go do some things. I personally really like baseball, so. Andrew! Oh my gosh, hello! How are you, my friend? Oh my gosh, long time no see. I really miss your streams. Oh, ow. I'm a little too close to my desk, so that was embarrassing. Hello, hello. How's Gen Con? How have I been able to get any reading in? Gosh, I wish. I feel like I have not had much time for reading, but I mean, I've been reading one of the Sisters of Battle book. It's a collection of short stories, so I've been reading through that, and that's about the extent of the reading that I've done, unfortunately. I really need to read. I don't know where. I think Eva Eva is somewhere in the ether. I think she's lurking right now and doing something else, but when she comes back, she, I think, just recently finished a book. It was good fun. Sad it is over, though. That is fair. Yeah, I feel like I'm seeing a lot of people post that they are sad it's over. I'm sad I didn't even go. So, I had some serious Gen Con FOMO this entire weekend. I was just a little sad. Right, and bookish. I think my new goal, since I have so much painting I have to get in, is just to start getting audiobooks of things. So that way I can actually, like, feel like sitting and reading is such a task that I do not ever have time for. I think I said this the last time you were on, but definitely one of those things that I'm like, maybe I just have to fully accept that audiobooks are the only way at the moment for myself. Hey, if you're gonna go next year, good to know. I am fully making a little Gen Con fund for myself the next year to be able to go to Gen Con. I refuse. I refuse to miss out. I'm gonna go. Did you get anything really fun there? Or see anything that you were really excited about? Audiobooks for the win. I was listening to the third Horus Heresy book on the drive to and from Philly. Oh, I have been really wanting to read the Horus Heresy series. I feel like maybe I should or try to get into those pretty soon. I don't think I have an interest in playing it, but I definitely am very intrigued by the whole of it. So I'm like, you gotta know it if you're gonna be playing 40K. You should know a little bit about it. So, love your podcast. Hello, I listen to podcasts when painting. Hello, Lulu. Hey, how are you doing? I don't listen to anything except music when I'm painting, which is like a thing that I just need to get better at, and it makes me so. I just get so frustrated that I don't even try to listen to like podcasts or anything, because I'm like, there are so many podcasts that I want to listen to. I could be listening to them, but I don't. I feel like I get really distracted when I paint. So it's like either listening to music or something, or mostly just listening to music. So yeah, Andrew, I'm really excited about the podcast I'm starting up. I got some really cool people reaching out. I think it would be a really good. I just thought, I was like, you know what, I'm going to do this because I feel like I would love to be able to use my platform for this sort of thing. And also to chat with some really awesome folks in this hobby that I feel like I either don't have connections to yet or just really would love to hear how they feel about some things. So I feel like, where was I going to go with that? But yeah, so I'm excited about it. Also, they'll be short, so you don't have to dedicate so much time to them. Because that's my other thing with podcasts. Some podcasts are like, we are 4 hours long, and I'm like, I can barely keep I could not keep my attention span for 4 hours, and I will probably lose the thread once I step away from it for a moment. So, if you haven't got it ready, posted in the tavern. I did. I posted it in the promotions area because I'm like, I need to be better about being in Discords anyway, and I was like, this is a good chance to be like, this thing. So, reading them physically was hard. Yeah, yeah. They seem really like dense in a way that I feel like I also feel like there is something about Warhammer's like because I feel like there's something about the way that like Warhammer books are written that is really hard for me to sometimes digest by just like reading it and like but when I'm listening to it I'm all in. Like I am fully immersed into it. Are you still painting your Rangers of the North, Lulu? Sweet. I'm excited to see how those keep coming. I really love what you've painted of them so far. Okay, I think I have beaten this part of the skin long enough. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse at this point, trying to paint the skin up. That's what I was trying to say. And some minis for Severed Sun rolling in the Nether Deep. The Nether Deep. She posted a new picture of one on Twitter. They're not exactly dense to me. It's hard to pick up the humor and the characters' voices because of the writing style. The narrator in the first three has done a fantastic job bringing every character to life. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Oh hell yeah. That looks so good. Nice. I love the color of his outfit, Lulu. Or their outfit, my apologies. You ever just get tripped up by Gordon beards? Oh, she looks awesome. Also the boots, oh my gosh, so good. I feel like you've captured it pretty closely, the color of the shirt, so well done. Alright. Let us move on to Oops. Is there any room here? There we go. But I am gonna move some of this over here because. Alright, let's do this. Definitely gonna need more paint than what is there, but we'll figure it out. Mark me present, but tardy. 2 more tardies, Rick. 2 more tardies, and you could potentially be put in detention. I don't remember how many tardies it was in school that you would like get put in detention for. Is that a thing? I feel like that was a thing. Or did my parents just absolutely lie to me and be like, this is a thing, and you better be at class on time? How you doing, Rick? How is your evening? Did you play some D&D with the fam tonight? Am I getting tired of painting the skin? Yes, and yes. This brush, God bless it. Just to thank you for fleeting Lork. Oh, your online Avernus game. Oh, cool, nice. It was fun battling devils on a bridge. Ooh, sounds intense. Or it sounds like hell. That was awful. Anywho. I would love to play Descent into Avernus sometime. Avernus? I say Avernus, and I also say Bahamut instead of Bahamut. It's just a thing. What I get for not learning how to say things properly out loud for, like, ever. Sorry, I had to step away from this. This is a lot of skin to paint, and you know, am I having fun? Yes, sort of. This also just a crap ton of skin. Yeah, it is. I did this to myself, quite frankly. I probably could have airbrushed this, but I really want to get better at doing, like, just painting skin tone and, like, getting, like, some very smooth layers, through my paintbrush before I just rely on my airbrush for, like, everything. Alright, that looks good. Got a little bit more of this. I'm also once again realizing I'm just not even messing with the face. Which is okay. But it does need to be messed with at some point. This is part of why I like streaming, because I can sit here and go back, like, when I, like, forget, because I'm gonna inevitably put this down and probably not paint it for another few days, come back to it and go, how did I paint this skin tone again? And I can be like, oh, my stream. I can just go back on it. Useful. Little repository of... Should really just get better about, like, writing it all down, what I do. do that for some paint jobs, but not this one. What are we sitting at time-wise? 1:15? Okay, I'm gonna take a break in a couple of minutes. Step away for a second. Have myself a brownie. Potentially. When I come back, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish this round of this paint layer. This mix here with the beige red and the light flesh, and that I think I am going to take a break. But then I'm gonna come back and I'll paint something different for a little while. I need a break from this skin that I've been painting. Remembering what I was doing will be a struggle after not painting for 4 weeks. You might as well just be like, I gotta start from scratch. It's like what people tell you when you like drop working out and they're like, well, it's gonna take you another 4 weeks to get back into it. It's like that'll probably be what it feels like. That's like my worst fear, going somewhere and not having like any of my painting supplies with me to continuously paint, and then coming back and being like, what is painting? What is any of this? I don't think it'd be that extreme, but it's kind of funny to think about. I feel like I eventually will want to add some purple into certain areas. I think it'll look really good. We'll see, and we'll see. I think the skeleton like armor that she wears, I think I want it to be. We'll see what it becomes, but. Too watery, too watery. Okay. I think I'm gonna take a break and come back and paint her in just a few minutes. But I feel like that's looking alright. I feel like I got quite a bit of work to do still in like the blending of this, and I definitely want her to be a lot more, have a lighter skin tone than what she has right now. If you could believe it. But because I think what I really want to do with her is have her be really like pale, so that she's like a stark contrast to everything around her, especially the sword. That I think I want to work on the sword next and do the red metallic on it. So we'll see. All right, I'm gonna take a few minutes break. I'll be back here in about 5 minutes. What is that? So like 8:28. Yeah. Everybody get some water. Take a nice stretch. Do a lap around your building, around your household if you need to. I'm not gonna do that, but I am gonna go stretch for a second and have myself a brownie. And I'll be right back. See you guys in a second. Sorry about that. I thought I was back, and then there was a piece of brownie on the floor that freaked my partner out. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're good. I think I'm gonna try and work a little bit. Maybe actually, I might actually try and work a little bit on this base and see what happens there. I don't know why we're saying hi to Pretzel Rocks. B. It's okay. Alright, I think I'm gonna use some Scarrick Stone. And something else. Let's see. We're just gonna go in on this Carrick Stone. I'm going to actually look up this paint before I do this. Oh, where's my paint conversion? I don't want to see what else I could do. Yeah, let's do Carrick Stone and see where this takes us. Because it's a little bit darker than I think the skeleton bone that I have, and I think maybe going up with the skeleton bone and then going up with a little bit of a lighter tone and see what happens. So let's do that. This is also an air paint, which is really nice because it already has basically some thinner, I suppose, in it. At least that's my understanding of it. If that is not what it is, then I am incredibly sad. It smells awful, so I'm assuming there's thinner in it. I'm not gonna be about this. We are just gonna go in, do this. think I'm going to use Reikland Flesh Shade on this instead of doing Seraphim Sepia, because Seraphim Sepia is great for skeleton bones, but I am planning to do some object source lighting with these lanterns here, and I feel like they would benefit from like that reddish tone from Reikland Flesh Shade. Sort of match what I am hoping to do with the OSL, so that way it's like it has that consistency to it, with even if there isn't like the lighting coming off of it, it would still be something that looks like it's in the same room almost, if that makes sense. We'll see how well this translates though. That's sort of my thought process though. I want this to be a reddish light, I'm thinking. A reddish orangish light. Truly just trying to as quickly paint as possible. It's just a lot. I have a process of ruining this further, so slow down. Perfect. That was a lot, but nice. This. Then we'll let it dry and go over it with some Reichland Flush Shade, and then do some intense highlighting and stuff, because I want it to be, I want it to pop. I don't want it to be kind of like, oh, I could do skeleton bone, and just straight skeleton bone and just call it good, but that's not the point of painting this. The point of painting this is to use some skill in this, so I like how it dries. It looks really good dried. That's really nice. See, but I don't want her armor to be that same color, so I really need to rethink what I want to do with her armor, because I was about to just be like, oh, it could still just be the skeleton bone color, but I'm realizing that's not what I want, so... Okay. And I just wanted to paint that over once more and call it good. And then we'll take out some Reichland Flush Shade, do that, and we'll go from there. I'm also thinking I want to kind of keep with that warm sort of color in contrast with like the really pale skin that I'm hoping to do with her. So I think maybe I want the fur even on this to be like a reddish brown. I'm thinking. I'll get to that, but I'm just sort of thinking out loud about what I want to do. Where is my Reichland Flush Shade? It's Agrax, Seraphim. Try it. Where's Lair? There it is. Cool. I think maybe I'll do the Agrax or the not the Agrax, the Reichland Flush Shade on this. After this dries a little bit, and then I think maybe I will call it. So I'm trying to think what else. So like I'm trying to decide what else on her is just gonna be. Let's see. Since stuff is out already, let me actually paint up her face. I can do that really quickly. That looks utterly terrifying. It's fine. It's okay. I don't know. Terrifying. We're gonna stop there for a second. I can also tell that maybe it's time to stop painting for a while because I'm starting to get palette is starting to dry up. Tells me it's been out for too long. Painter scales just remind me a lot of like how much more, how easy it is for me to really paint a smaller miniature, but dang, I have not grasped the idea of painting something like this, the size, quicker, which is not something that I necessarily need to do. It's one of those things that I'm just recognizing, like, oh wow, this actually takes me a while. You know, so. All right. This at least is dry, so we'll do that really quickly. Did that right click flush shade go? I really like the way that shades always look on these sorts of things. Just always looks so good. And honestly, I'm not too worried about where the shade is going. Well, kind of am a little worried, but mostly just that I want it to I don't mind it getting all over the places where I'm literally just gonna go back in and brush again, so I'm not too worried about it. It's not a concern for me. I like the color it's added to this. It looks good. Then, yeah. Let's see if I can get a little bit more in some of these faces here. I don't think so. I'd have to really go in on here. Cool, okay. Good, starting point there. Alright, I think I might end it there. I feel like that's a good stopping point. Let's see what she looks like sitting on this for a second. No, we're not very close. Actually, let me... really quickly. Oof, you know what? I probably should have just. Well. I'm gonna have to rework a lot of that. Oh well. Okay. I'll end it there for the night. And thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Let me show her sitting in here really quickly. Yeah. Here's where we got with her. Honestly, decent work for a couple hours, so she definitely has a long way to go, and I probably should have started working on her sooner than I did. But that's okay. I am unsure if I'm going to be streaming this upcoming week. Like I said, I am taking a vacation at the end of the week. I kind of think maybe I'm just going to give myself a week off. I think that might be nice. To get some other things in order, such as podcasting stuff in order, which is really exciting. Be sure to keep an eye on that. Let me really quickly do some quick. If you don't already follow me on Twitter or Instagram, there are my socials right there. And then if you'd like to join the Discord, you are more than welcome to. Small but growing community. We talk a lot about our whips. We talk a lot about anything that we're doing painting wise. There's also a space for TTRPG stuff if you're interested. It's always a good time. I think I'm going to end it there. I don't think I'm going to raid anybody tonight. But thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Everybody have a good rest of their evening, and I'll see you potentially next week. Goodbye.